Hello interweb, this is Dannage. Welcome back, episode 6, exciting times. You join us on the Maurice as we are heading back from a bit of a mining run. I've been looking for an asteroid and I haven't found one. There is a specific type of asteroid that I've been looking for. But not found it. But never mind. Whatever shall we do here? We shall tell you about some things that we've been doing. We've not done much offline, but there's a little bit. So what I've done, I've put a few shields in. Now I have not put a tremendous amount of shields in, and if I go and go into build mode, I've just put some shields in at the top and some shields at the bottom with a mere 4 recharges. Now that means up the top left hand side there I've got 11,000 shields and I'm only regenerating 22 per second. This will not make me survivable. What this does mean is that I should be able to see when I come under fire. There are only pirate stations to worry about and little local fighters. So we should be all right there. And let me just transfer the last little bit of what I was trying to get into my hold. I can't. What can I get rid of? I can get rid of nothing because do I have some ice? I have some ice. Get rid of the ice. We don't care about the ice. No, and I can't carry any of that stuff. Okay. Well, we'll come back for that later. What have I done with the station? Not really much on the station whatsoever. What I have done is I have added an advanced factory. I've taken all the enhancers off. As you can see from my cargo slot number 6, I accidentally left the standard factory running, and I ended up with nearly 1800. I put a rail on my station, which means I am able to dock to it to become invincible. Why am I not docked, you ask? Because a rail docker requires stuff I didn't have. Yet I might have it from some of this. No, let's bring over the smaller stuff. So the other thing I did, I was trying to be really clever. I thought, yeah, this is how you be clever. You go and buy one of all of the things that from a local market, and you go and buy at least one capsule, and then you can do that thing where you line up all the colours and everybody's oh yeah, okay, I understand. But I missed I think it's Shabazz is the orange rock, and that was the asteroid I could not find. But never mind, I've got some stuff. I've got some I've not really made any changes here, so let's just I can put little bits in here. Let's put hello keyboard. Yes, no, there we go. Put some numbers in there, just a little bit of everything. Don't know how much is gonna do. We've got some hull. Let's put just some stuff, but regardless, we've still got everything here, and our ultimate cargo storage, we now have white, yellow, orange for most of it, red, blue, green, purple, black. Then you put your alloyed metal mesh and your crystal mesh to the side, and then you just sort of adjust the width of your cargo so that you only get your stuff in. And then you got your sand and your red dirt, but nobody cares about that, or lava. So it's really just a waste of space. But at least we haven't got a tremendous amount of that yet. So these are the rocks, these are the crystals, and then these are the ores. So we've got all of that stuff, all that groovy stuff going on. What we are going to do, can't decide. Should we tweak the ship a little bit, or should we sort of realised that what we're doing here in the station isn't really looking anything where near as good as we want to do. I tell you what we want to do. What we want to do first is we want to figure out how to build a rail docker. We look for we want to change production to a rail docker and see if we've got any of what we need to build one. Alloyed metal mesh, we've got loads of. Gisper capsule, I think we've got some Gisper now, so we can do that. Yeah, look at that, brilliant. Right, all that we do is we then go to our station and we our ship, sorry, Maurice, and then we just go going to stick a rail docker on this boat. Let's stick him down there. Oh well, he won't like that, so let's stick him there instead. Oh, and I've got something I want to check as well, because we have finally had we have had some comments on our YouTube channel, and somebody suggested something that I'm not aware was ever allowed before, so I'm interested to see whether this will work. Is that you can have a cargo bay in there, and that's got some stuff in it. Let's throw some stuff in here. And let us see, because rumour has it. No, you're not going in there. Inventory capacity. Oh, it's because there's quite a lot of them. Okay, right. Rumour has it that you can have. Oh, this all is very disorienting because I had plugged my ship in. Obviously, I just put that in the top, and now my ship is sort of perpendicular to my thing. But we have. I understand that you might be able to link that to. No, you can't connect it to Rail Basic. Okay, somebody suggested in the comments last video or 2 videos ago you could somehow set a pull via a link thing. Now, it might be that I'm just doing that wrong, because I just thought, well, if I link a cargo unit to a rail block, I don't know. That's not going to work anyway, because that cannot be connected or cannot have a rail basic slaved to it. If you are of the understanding of how you can transfer cargo, because I didn't think this sounded very exciting, the idea that you could transfer cargo from a docked entity to a thing, and I thought maybe they'd introduce that because of the factions, and I thought maybe with factions they said, you know what, we need a way to get our mining ships to transfer ores and stuff to our main space stations in order to build things, but they clearly have some other way of doing that. Bully for them. Or I'm doing it wrong, in which case you need to tell me how to do it correctly. It's very tempting for you to just say, well, what I'd have more fun doing is just telling you how much of a loser you are. But what we want is we want you to just tell me how to do it properly, because you are probably an expert. You probably play this game better than I do. So we have got a ship that is doing some stuff, and I'm going to suck some stuff out of this cargo bay a little quicker, because I want to empty my cargo more quickly. Very laggy today. I'm clicking things, I'm typing things, and not really doing that much. And because I'm not in a build block, I cannot use advanced build mode. I could just get into the advanced build block, but that would be too easy. Let's have 5,000 of those. Stick those in. Oh, Akamata cuando chituka. Now that we've got our made-up language off, so what should we do? Should we fix the station because it's rubbish, and I had an initial thought when I very first thought about how I'd like the cargo stuff to look. Or should I do some spaceship? You know what? I've got some shields on the spaceship now. It can move a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of station. I'm going to come back. I'm going to break that because I basically want to get away from the station a little bit, and then I essentially want to, it's not so much start again, but sort of abandon what we're doing there. But what we can do, now that doesn't mean that we have to destroy all of this, at least not yet, because what we've got here is we've got some stuff that's working for us. So what we can do instead is we can just extend off somewhere else, and then we can build there. And then at one point we can move the faction block and the cargo, but before we move any cargo, let's consider having replacement cargo in order to transfer it all to. But what I can do is I can say, oh, grey hull, let's put something there. Now I am in the build block, so I can do a little bit of advanced build mode. I can stick that there, and then I can say, you know what, I'm going to start here. Here is where I'm going to start, and what I'm going to do, the other thing, I have been watching a couple of sort of Minecrafty videos, because I find that all Starmade videos are generally by people sort of looking at doing showcases of things that they've already built, or project updates, and I have determined that some of the more popular ones perhaps do a little bit more editing. So what that means is that we come to do a little bit of off-screen building. Now that's just a few minutes worth of on-screen building with a what's called a universal serial dock, or a USD, which is essentially a sort of 3x3 grid with a door and a rail. Sometimes has a rail docker. Is that the right way round? Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think it is. Because I think that is where the rail docker goes normally. Now I wouldn't have a rail docker because I'm on a station, and the station is not going to dock anywhere. Stuff's going to dock to it. So you would now have the rail docker. You'd have a similar thing on your own ship, and then all we've got through here on the other side, we haven't really got anything at the moment. What we're going to do here is we're going to carry this on. Oh, one very important thing. This hasn't got a faction block or a public access block either side of the door, just the door. But this is a work access. So all processing is what it's called. And that is somewhere where the ships will dock, working ships will dock, the public gallery somewhere else. But yes, we will do that, and then we will have something in here, but we will build this out a little bit and wait till you see what we do there. And here we are with a little bit more stuff in there. So we've put some slopes. Well, I think we're going to put some glass in there, but it's going to take us a while to find some glass and get some glass. Then we've got some fans because it's an airlock. Yes, airlock. And then we've got a little walkway. I've decided, right, go a little bit bigger for my airlock this time. Normally get tiny little pokey spaces. Got some power in there. Got some lights going down in there, blue decontamination, and then so what are we going to do? We're just going to finish this off a little bit. We are going to make some dark grey hull wedgery, which we are going to need to take some of our dark grey hull and put in there, and we shall activate. Let's put another little capacitor. Factory enhancers, and so yeah, we're going to put some of that in. The cargo, I've had to expand the cargo slightly. It did get up to 99%. Oh my god! Oh, it's full. It's full. And you've got some stuff in there. You're still pulling some stuff. Ooh, let us make some space. Uno momento, por favor. Space. It's a space game, after all. Then, while we're doing that, you see, it takes us a long while to type anything in, so we can we can immediately go straight back, go Dark Hole Wedge, and just let it go for one more time. Let it go. Then we are going to do that, do that, do that, da da. There's the couple of little extra blocks I put in. So we're going to put gonna put some blocks there. Gonna make some space. Gotta make some space. It's a space game, and we are being slightly ironic there. Or not really understanding how irony works. We're back to 91%. Oh, that's alright. That's alright for now. But as you can see, we are gonna need a butt-ton load of space, cargo space, because I mean that's already taking up what, 5 by 9, so that's 45. So that's 90 blocks. 90 blocks, and that's almost full. And all we've got is the contents of a couple of asteroids. Although our stores are looking much healthier. Those ones that I got, I could have got away with saying, oh yeah, so I just mined this all. But no, I did go to one shop. I'm a bit confused how I've managed to get stuff from every single material except for the one. I must have sold this. I must have sold this in way back in episode whenever. Because otherwise I wouldn't. I would have one of 2 other resources somewhere. The orange asteroid has one of these as its coloured rocks. Not rocks. The other stuff. Crystals, ores. That's the one. So we've got that going. We've got a little bit more power in the station. We've got some capacitors and some generators. So we've now got 83,000 stuff. We're going to put a mirror on, and then we are going to, for our final act of Wewengi. Oh, we can actually put that there. That's gonna make a nice thing. But I've got 2 spare, and that's gonna make that all 1 unit. And we all remember what we taught in the first episode, is that power, when it's stuck together, is more efficient. So do. You know, the other thing that I've taken from those other videos is to make these shorter. Also got some feedback. Surprisingly, the feedback wasn't, don't do this anymore, stop. The feedback was prior to me making any videos, and it was, you know, people don't watch them for very long, so make them short. So I will. So I'll come out in a second. I'm just going to make there's some blocks there, some blocks there, and then use the wedges, and the wedges there, and then there will be space for door, another door. Are we going to, let's just do the door. And what I will do, I did a blast door up there. I should really do blast door here, but I'm going to put glass in the middle because everybody wants to see who's in the airlock, because nobody wants to open an airlock and then find that you've got some hideous beastie. So what do we want? We want doors. Glass door. We don't want many of them, so let's go plex door instead. Activate production. Meanwhile, let's get rid of those. I keep doing this. I'm just trying to save myself from some waste. Now I will use 8 of these, or 6. 6. Let's use 6. Let's stop there. Change production to the glass door, which will probably say, oh no, it will allow. Good. I thought it was going to say, no, you need to make glass first. What I'll do, I'll make 3 of these. There we go. Now the question is, do we go across or up? Across or up? Internet. What should I do? Across or up? I think I'm going to go up. I am crazy, but there you see. Now, were I not to press the same thing that opens the door as to get out, but were I to get out here and to dock with my docking port, I would come out here and I would go, oh yes, it's very nice. I would close, then I would be in this cold, dark-looking chamber, sucking all of the air out, looking after my faces. Then I could see the nice, precious, warm station inside. Then I would go through the door, after the door is happy that I have air. And then that's done. So what I'm going to do, I am going to leave it there, methinks. Methink thus doth not kid. I shall end there, and what we shall do next week is we shall maybe make some glass to put in there, but maybe sort of block off the... I keep forgetting I can't move faster when I'm not in the build mode. Block off the back bit here, maybe put some little wedgings somewhere, or some slots, or some slabs, and we also probably want to put something up in the gap above those fans. Or you might find out, actually, probably a little bit cooler if I move the fans in to that little crevice or crevasse. That might actually be better. Yes, maybe. Well, you shall have to find out next time, Internet, as I am getting stuck. No, go backwards, go backwards, go backwards. Get out of there! So there we go. Our station, we have an ore processing, a sort of works entrance. It's going to be a glorified, slightly robust, rotund airlock. None of the logic. People put logic in their airlocks, and that's great. But I just open doors. You know, I'm so lazy and bad. But we will be back. We will be back. We will have a bit more ship, bit more station, and then we will design the sexy thing that I was going to do. And then that'll just be the ore processing section in here and sort of the factory floor. Okay, fare thee well, Internet, until next endish of week. Cheerio!